bear with me. I'm gonna give y'all half an hour, maybe an hour. I just want to Bible y'all. You know, I'm gonna talk about life. Give me a second. Let me get everything ready. Life. About to be in a new month, a new year. I don't know. Are we ready? You know, we're getting closer and closer to what? More storms. You know, beautiful, right? Life. They call it beautiful. I guess you can call it a manipulation, but it's not a manipulation if you're talking about things that make you want to do better. So, for instance, right now, it could be worse right now. We know somebody's going through worse than us right now. I don't know, for some reason, it makes you appreciate what you have when you see somebody else's demise. And I don't like that approach. But, so I would say go into the self yourself. When you've been through something before in your life and you come out of it, you gotta meditate on the fact that you overcome something. You know, that's why, you know, they give people awards and medals and stuff like that. They want you to remember, because it's something in remembering how powerful you are. So I want to talk about today about tools. I mean, I got some tools here. I got this. What's this? What's this? What is this? It's a hammer, right? What is this hammer for? Right? I'm in the house right now. This house. Did they use this to make this house? They use this, right? Tools, right? The tools of life. What tools do we need in life to stay positive? To have that attitude every day that it's beautiful. You know, if you stare all day at negative things, all you're gonna think is negative things. If you stare all day at positive things, all you're gonna think is positive things. If you stare at reality, what you'll see is a balanced system where there's both. Now, what you dwell to focus on is on you. What I'm gonna do is I want to talk about the middle. The middle. You know what the middle is, right? The middle. The middle is able to use these tools for good and never for negative. Now, some people will take these tools and use them for negative, and that's where the balance comes in. I can teach you the balance of it so you're not just so positively dumb. The balance is a warrior that knows how powerful they are is a balance. It could be a balanced one. You know what I mean? Why does he work out so much? Why is he trying to get big? It's about learning how to work with what you have and making it better. And as you make it better, you start to slowly believe in yourself. You know, that's the hard part. Believing in yourself. Woo! That's a hard one. Because ain't nobody gonna believe in you. Ain't that crazy, right? Nobody gonna believe in you. Till they start seeing the results. By then, you're deep in it. But I want to talk about the tools of life. One of the best tools I believe I have is being grateful. I want to talk about how to remain grateful. You know, that's a catch-22. You know what a catch-22 is. Sometimes you can be so grateful you'll miss out on the negativity that's all around you. That's a catch-22, I guess. You know, the double-edged sword. What I'm going to tell you the catch-22 is when you start to be positive, what you'll notice is people around you don't want to be around you no more. They basically shun you. And it's up to you to know that that means you're growing. You're outgrowing. You know, you're going to another level. You know, there's parts of the sea that certain fish can't go to. There's depths in the ocean that certain, what do you want to call them, amphibians, or you want to call them animals, you can call them anything. There's certain depths, there's certain, in the sky, there's certain planes that can't go certain altitudes. There's levels. You remember they was teaching us in school about the onion, the nucleus? Not like I get all scientific on you. Do you remember the nucleus? And they was teaching us there was levels, right? There's levels to growing and becoming a better and better person. You know, when the arrow is being pushed back, it looks like it's being stretched. And that can come off as it's losing strength. But what's really happening is you're setting your aim, which is way positive than just sitting around being a feather in the wind. You decide to be the eagle, not the feather. Now, bear with me. This just comes from my inner soul. I don't care if nobody's watching. This is for me. This is not easy, what I'm talking about. You know, this is not easy, soaring like an eagle. You think that's easy? Wherever you go, you're going to look like you're the person who's drowning. It can come off like you're drowning, actually. When you're not drowning, you're soaring. But that's just what people see. So you can't fall for the illusion. But you got to know how to balance it. And that's why I want to talk about the tools of balancing this act we call life and being grateful. And through that gratitude, I think we believe to find the joy. Because in that joy, now this is why I was trying to pinpoint the joy, not of somebody else's demise. Like you see somebody walking with one leg, you might smile at your leg for a moment. That's a tingle. That's a goosebumps. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being grateful before you see the person with the one leg. Now that's a hard one. Why you got to see the person with the leg missing to appreciate your leg? Or the lady with one arm, appreciate your one arm. Or the person with one eye, appreciate your eyes, and so forth. That's where I think meditation comes in and being patient. That's not easy. And this is what I'm talking about. When you start to come into this light, to this attitude, to this energy, a lot of people are not going to like you. You're going into the volcano of life, the nucleus. Man, they're running from it, running. Because all they see is an ocean, a tsunami behind them, talking about this type of stuff. Now, what are we talking about? Talking about practice. We're talking about attitude. We're talking about being grateful. How do we stay grateful? Why are we not talking about that all the time? How can we remember to be grateful for everything we have and everything we don't have? So much going on in the world right now. What you gonna focus on? Your lack or balance? The balance of it is, look at me, I'm breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's find some gratitude in this movie. There's the $1 billion right there. This is like winning the lottery. That high of lottery may last a month until you see the taxes you got to pay back. And the friends coming out the woodwork and the family and the names and the craziness. You're going to want your life back. Welcome to life. Welcome to the University of the Universe. This channel is just me. I vent sometimes, but sometimes I want to talk about life. Because they never talk about none of this stuff in school. Life. Being grateful. How do we stay grateful? When I say grateful, I mean grateful for you. Grateful for me. Grateful for when I say you, I'm saying me, talking about me. How can I stay grateful to myself and be grateful and not complain? Every moment you complain, you're not being grateful. And I'm not saying you can't complain. I'm saying you have a choice to choose what you look at. It's your television movie. It's your remote control. You change the channels in your life. Like, I could have nobody looking right now. I'm not even looking, so I don't know. Nobody might be looking. This ain't for nobody. It's for me. You have the remote control in life. You turn the channel of your life how you want to design it. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So a lot of people not going to want to hear this. Why would you want to hear, we're talking about life over here? Nobody shaking no gluteus maximus, none of that over here. What we talking about is gratitude, the tools of life. How do we stay balanced and find this gratitude and exude that gratitude and just be grateful for the appreciation, just breathing. How about blinking? I mean, we could overdo it. But is there such thing as overdoing gratitude when we're talking about balance and we're talking about finding ways to not manipulate, but be part of this gratitude attitude? Right? And you're like, what is he even talking about? I'm talking about the tools of life. Grateful. You like people that are ungrateful or grateful? And I mean sincerely grateful. I'm not talking about pretending grateful. I mean, if somebody's really grateful, you appreciate that person, right? You know what I'm saying? If somebody's ungrateful, you know the difference. You try to stay away from that person because you know how they are. They have horse blinders on. And I don't think anything's wrong with having horse blinders, but when you balance gratitude, you'll put the whole world in your horse blinders. You'll realize you're part of this whole thing. Basically, take the horse blinders off because you are focused. Isn't that a beautiful thing? You know, I probably got F's, a lot of F's in school. You know, I didn't pay attention to a lot of stuff they were talking because it just didn't interest my heart, didn't touch my soul, didn't spark my insides. And I don't know about you, that means a lot. That means a lot when you feel something. If somebody make you feel a certain way, you know how that person makes you feel. You can tell when somebody's trying to manipulate you. You can tell when somebody's trying to one-up on you. You can tell when somebody's trying to use you. All I'm saying is, through gratitude and through being grateful, somehow every day we're able to come to an understanding that, wow, I got all my toes and my fingers. Wow, I'm healthy. Wow, I'm in the driver's seat of my life. Wow, I'm so grateful. I'm not married. I'm married to myself. So I am married. Gratitude. Grateful. You are not alone. You know why you're not alone? When you're grateful, there's millions of people that are grateful out here. But if you focus on negative, what you're going to see is only negative. Be grateful just for breathing. You got a place to sleep last night? Be grateful for that. Give praise to that. Now let's give praise for today and be grateful for today and be grateful for yesterday and be grateful for tomorrow. It's hard to be anything, when you're grateful, it's hard to be anything other than that. Okay? And that's what I want to talk about. The tools of being grateful and the balancing of it. Because this is a juggling act. We call it life, right? And the tool life, I pull out the hammer, right? But the hammer is a tool we use to build houses. I mean, a hammer can do so many things. MC Hammer? Can't touch this. A hammer can do so many things. In life, we're everything. And there's the gratitude. And when you realize, they say there's shapeshifters and people out here, we're the shapeshifters. Everybody can shapeshift. You can change your whole life around and pick what you want to be. You want to be a hammer? Look at MC Hammer. He took it on, exuded it. You want to be a thug? Tupac. He put it across his chest. He created a whole words around it, a whole philosophy. Exude. He became what he wanted to be. You want to be anything, and I call these tools, but we can call them gods. You call them universes. You could be any universe you want to do. You want to tap into that. You want to be bored? Stay in the board realm. There's things going on in there too. All right? But I think there's luxury in boredism. If you're bored, you have time to actually think. And through this thought process that I'm thinking about, I need to find the gratitude in it, because what happens is you won't be bored, because you'll always realize there's always something to do. There's always some place to clean. There's always some place to learn. There's always some place to freaking help. There's always something to do. The job is never done. It's like being a doctor on call for the universe. And the universe is going to call you, beep you, page you, connect to you, put you in the right position, wrong place, the wrong time, all of that. Because the universe is you. Now, out of all the many a million words anybody could say in life, we pick up certain words in life. Certain people are married today, been married for 40 years. Because the guy or woman may have said one phrase that literally connected them. Maybe it was a phrase their grandmother said back in the days, and they felt the fate of these words connected. Isn't that crazy? So what you say really matters. The tongue, as we talk about, has the power of life and death. It also has the power of being gold. It has the power of being diamonds. It has the power of being whatever you want it to be. It has the power to be positive. It has the power to be negative. It has the power to talk about what you want to talk about. You want to talk about gratitude all day? Or you want to talk about negativity all day? How about we talk about the balance of it? That's where I'm at, in the middle. In the middle of it. Without one, it would drive you crazy. So balance. This is a movie that's definitely balanced. You got yin, you got yang. You got yang, you got yin. How do we balance this movie with this gratitude thing? When I'm telling you, you're losing your friends, you might be losing everything around you because you're raising up your level. Your boat is raising. You're raising the Titanic from the bottom of the ocean. You're coming back up. And what it is slowly you're kicking everybody off your boat that don't belong there anyway. They're sinking your ship. You want to be the Titanic, where years from now they talk about you and find you and you're in an archive, and how are they going to read your story when this movie is over, when the ancestors of the future are looking back on you today and they uncover everything? They're going to say, well, you're a coward? Or they're going to say you tapped into that gratitude balance? Or they're going to say, oh, you were normal, you were just like everybody else? That's your choice, because I believe you came from the umbilical cord and the womb, and you fished around, you was inside your mother's soul, and you got here, and all your brothers and sisters you left inside your mother or whatever. Super special. So from number one, there's a conversation that nobody wants to talk about. The beginning process. You got here through, you can call it osmosis, you can call it metamorphosis, you can call it faith, you call it life. But you got here through that. Or you won the lottery just getting here, basically. So how do we overcome and stop talking about that and move on? Start talking about Jennifer Lopez and this and that, and Puff Daddy, and talk about everything else except for real conversations. What are some real conversations? How grateful are we? Do you even want to be here? How grateful? Find some gratitude in this movie. Let's go from A to Z. Let's go back to being, this is meditation for me. We're just vibing. We're talking about the past. We're talking about the future. We're talking about balance. We're talking about the tools of life. The tools of life to stay balanced in this thing called life. It's an amazing thing, right? Everywhere I go, I can think negative when I go there, or I can stay balanced. It's not about being positive or being negative. It's about being balanced. That's the point I think I want to make. Gratitude is in the middle. When you have gratitude, you'll see the balance. You'll see that balance, that line. You'll see people's pain. You'll feel their pain. You'll have your head at a level that's just enough for the right person that needs that. Sometimes it's intricate. This is an intricate movie. Just watch the ants. Sit and watch the ants for a day and tell me this is not an intricate movie. Could you tell any ants apart from the other ants? If you watch them long enough, you'll start to see there's some royal ones in there. And that's in everything. It's royalty. I think the royal ones understand the balancing act of there's a lot going on over here, there's a lot going on. How we find that tool right in the middle? To stay grateful. We gotta remind people. How do we remind people? We're reminding ourselves. How grateful are we? We came through the womb up in here. We made it out of from the hospital or whatever you was born at. You made it from that. Let's give a round of applause for our parents. Let's give a round of applause for our doctor. How about the nurses that were there that day that helped have us? Let's give them some flowers right now. Thank you. How do we give back with this gratitude? By having conversations like this. By talking about this type of stuff. They want you so distracted. Thinking about work. Thinking about your kids. Thinking about life. Thinking about next month gonna be cold in Connecticut maybe. See what I'm doing, right? See I'm distracting myself? I'm getting away from that balancing act. You know, life is like flying a plane. You wanna fly a plane? You gotta have balance. Or you're gonna crash. Alright? I love life, guys. This for me, this ain't for nobody. I hope nobody's watching right now. This ain't for nobody, this for me. You know? Study riddles. Study psychology. Study yourself. Study your laugh. Study your smile. Study your thoughts. Study your heartbeat. Study your blinks. Taste your saliva. Then ask yourself, what do you think? You're the best poet. You don't even know it. Sometimes it's hard for me to show that because I be trying to rhyme like, but this ain't even about rhyming. Nickname perfect timing. But I just think those who think outside of the box can actually get in the box and get out the box easily. It's like an octopus. You put them in something, they're going to get out of that. Because they're balanced. They have some balance. It's about balance. The balancing act of life of being grateful. Woo! Gratitude, the only attitude for latitude. That's what I learned. All right? And there's a difference between being grateful and a grateful idiot now. I'm not talking about B. Malcolm X. When he was always talking about Louis Farrakhan, whatever his name, Muhammad. I'm not talking about, that's a little different. That'd be Puff Daddy trying to spoof you up and you Biggie Smalls. You know, he looks grateful, he acts grateful, yeah, he's producing you. But haven't we noticed the outcome of those? No, we're not talking about that kind of gratefulness. We're talking about self-gratefulness. That would be like if Puff Daddy promoted himself and Biggie Smalls promoted himself. He'd be alive right now. You don't need nobody to promote you. You promote you. Okay? Because you're balanced. You gotta say these things, I'm balanced. They don't want you to believe you're perfect, huh? Really? Really? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. If you believe something wrong with you, something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You are balanced. You are everything. You can be everything. You can do anything you put your minds to. I say minds. If you believe it, you can achieve it. These are, they say, cliches. But this is what we should be talking about, not Christopher Columbus, 1492. I don't even know, because I wasn't paying attention. I'm glad I wasn't paying attention, because I know, you can tell when somebody's lying. I didn't pay attention, so. It's like the truth. Nobody don't want to hear the truth. Nobody don't want to hear the lies. Nobody, I guess people want to hear the lies. Nobody don't want to hear the truth. They say the truth hurts. They do. It hurts. Truth hurts. You know why it hurts. Because you know you're going to have to change something. and you about to go into uncharted territories, uncharted territories that you've never been a part of, terrains you've never seen. But isn't that life? Didn't you sign up for that? You didn't sign up to find a pocket in life and just sitting there. If that was the case, you should have stayed in the womb for another 19 years instead of 9 months. But we all decided the water broke. I think it's time for us to have the same situation in life. Our water must break here. It's time to wake up. It's time to realize you are the chosen one. You are special. You do have the tools in front of you. You don't need it from no outside source. You just got to believe in yourself. You really got to tap into this inside conversation. That's why, like, I'm recording right now, but this is what we should be doing without the recording on. So this is the start of it. Imagine having a wife and she's never enthused, and until you pull a camera out, and then she start putting on this act. Maybe that's how you started to role play. There's different ways to skin a cat, as they say. So my point is, this is what we should be doing, having conversations, deep conversations with ourselves. These are the type of conversations that can change the world, I believe, because we're changing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like a computer, AI, and computer can heal itself and fix itself. Wow, we designed those. So what does that tell you? We create these. So what does that tell you? We have the power, but you got to believe you do. You got to have these conversations. You got to go to your own church, per se. Like, I'm having church in here with myself. I'm in a boxing ring with myself right now, and I'm sparring with myself. This is important. So important. This is what we're running from. Because we didn't have a platform. If not, I'd be that man walking around town talking to myself out loud right now, right? But see what I'm doing right now? I'm having a deep conversation with myself, about myself. And I want to commend myself for even starting to record this at all. I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to record this. It might not even be recorded because I haven't even been looking. But I feel good. I feel like somebody just won a lottery for $5.6 trillion right now. You know why? I feel amazing. I'm breathing. I'm grateful. I'm having this conversation. I'm greasing up my sword. I'm sharpening it with my gratitude, my attitude. Come on now, guys. Well, I know you want to go to the strip club right now. You want to just zone out. You don't want to talk about these type of things? I see. Let's talk about this. Life. The tools of life. Wow. If you are alone and you're single right now, fellas, ladies, give the guys a break. Ladies, we get it. Right now the world has changed to the point where no one gets along no more. You know, everybody's just, it's like the world's speeding to get to 2040. Don't rush it. We get there. Might not get there. I might not get there. But I will say, when 2040 hits, like Karl Malone's birthday was yesterday. They said he's 60 or 61. I said, wow, Karl Malone is a senior citizen, technically. Then I said, wow, the next 10 years, everybody's going to be a senior citizen, technically. You know, if you from the millennium, you know. So, you know, we got 15 years before most people that are 35, 45, going to be 60, 70 years older. And they're going to miss out on so much of this movie because they're so lost. So this conversation is to shock you and wake you up and slow the clock down a little bit and talk about the balancing act of life. Stop speeding and rushing to get to 75. Stop rushing to get to 2040 and 45, 2045. Relax. We're in 2024 right now, as they say. Relax. It's July, summertime. Before you know, winter is coming. You're gonna be freezing. This gonna have it's gonna say 6 months to go. Just think. We just astro projected 6 months ahead. 6 months from now, this is gonna say 6 months. Isn't that funny? 6 months. 6 freaking months. Hold on. year. Going by fast. Why? I mean, that's all right. All right, we gotta clean all this up. We got a lot of work to do. All right, now. I got things I gotta do. I gotta go. Boy, my boy. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta move. I had to move because people being nosy. You can't even have a good conversation. See what I'm talking about? Couldn't even have a conversation with myself without somebody on the porch of the other side of the house using the phone. Now that's their new thing now. Now they come to the porch and they come to the porch and use the phone now. But reality is just to be nosy. This is what people do. Never want to stay in their little cocoons. You're never free to roam and be and talk to yourself. That is hard. I imagine living in New York City or California. You don't get 5 seconds with yourself. So even me being, I'm in a crib. I got 2, 3 bedroom, and there's nobody here with me. That's the way I like it. But the point being is, I'm still not free. See, I got neighbors, nosy neighbors. What is he doing? What is he doing? Stop being nosy. Maybe I'm having a conversation with myself about myself. Can't do that, right? No, they're gonna be nosy. Nosy people. All right, guys. Like I said, distractions. Oh, see, here go another one. Gotta go, guys. Love you.